What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on Bag of the TV. So for today's video, I'm gonna give y'all like a little story time. Right? Right now I'm chilling. T at work, so I'm in the crib by myself, and I really initially got up to make myself something to eat, but like I just thought of this, like I've been doing pranks and stuff, and I haven't really gotten the chance to know me or know what's happened to me, or you feel me, like. So today basically I'm just gonna be giving y'all a little story time, right? This story time is about the time I got hit by a car. This had to be like when I was like 13. Yeah, I was 13 because I had just took the GSATs in Jamaica. And for all those who don't know what the GSAT is, like, you know how in 8th grade everybody got to take a test in the 8th grade to get to high school, to go to the 9th grade. In Jamaica, you take that test in the 6th grade. So when you go to high school starts at 7th grade in Jamaica. So when I was in the 6th grade, I had just finished taking that exam and everything. And like after that exam, 6th graders wise, we had about like another 3 months left in the grade before we went on to high school. So that 3 months was just like long, like sports, like we ain't do no, after we took that exam, we ain't do no work. We was just going to school to see our friends and play all day. So basically one morning, like I was late for school. Like the people that I usually go to school with, like I used to have a lot of male friends in Jamaica, like a lot of male friends. Like I never really, like in middle school, but in Jamaica we call it primary school. So, but I'm gonna say middle school so y'all can understand. So in middle school, I never really had a lot of female friends. Like I always hung out with boys. Like lunchtime I used to be playing sports, soccer, like all that. I just used to hang out with boys. So where I lived, like the boys, they used to, like, all of them used to walk to my house to come get me, and then we all used to just walk to, like, they was really like my brothers for real. Like they would walk to my house. They would walk to my house in the mornings to come get me, and then we all would just walk to school. But that morning, I don't know what I was doing that morning, because it was like I said, this was like 13, almost 10 years ago. Because I was 13 at the time, and I'm 22 right now. So they had came to get me, but I wasn't ready or whatever. So they had left. So my mother told them to go ahead. I was going to like go by myself. Mind you, my mother had just started letting me walk to school by myself. Like when I tell you, because my school, I'm going to say my school was like a 20-minute walk. 20-minute? Yeah, my school was like a 20-minute walk from my house. And up to like the middle of 5th grade, that's when I met all my friends. Up to the middle of 5th grade, my mother walked me to school every single day. Like, walked me to school, and I would catch a ride with my neighbor back home every day, every single day. So I never walked to school by myself. So when I met my friends or whatever, and I realized that they lived close to me or whatever, like all of them schemed up and just came to my house, and like we talked to my mother, like to get my mother to like let me walk to school with them. And she was like, okay. So she started letting me walk to school with them, and then I got hit by a car like literally a year later. So back to the story, right? I was running late that morning, so they all went without me. But when they left out, when I told them to go, I got ready like another like 10 minutes later. So I was walking fast to try to catch up with them so I could walk with them. So I was walking really fast, like just not even paying attention to what I'm doing, just walking, crossing the street. And then like I was like around the corner from my school. I'm gonna say like a 3-minute walk from my school. I saw them, like they was in front of me. They was closer to the school than I am. I'm gonna say they was like 3 minutes away from the school, and I was like literally down the street, like a minute away from them type shit. So I saw them, and at the time I didn't have no phone. I didn't get a phone till like the 7th grade, y'all. Like, my mother was strict with me. Like, yeah, I did not get a phone till this. I'm lying. I'm lying so hard. I had a phone. But I had like a Samsung, like the button phones, like the old Samsung button phones. I had one of those. And I don't think they had a phone. Or I probably didn't have any credit to call them. Because in Jamaica, we don't use like mobile service and stuff like that. We use credit. So you got to buy credit and insert the code on your phone so you could get credit on your phone to call, to make calls, to do all that. I'm going to explain all that in like another video. But so I didn't have any credit to call them and be like, oh, yo, I'm behind you. Like, wait for me type shit. So I saw them. So I just started like, I didn't start running, but I started walking really, really, really fast to try to catch up to them. And I saw them crossing the street, right? I saw them crossing the street, and me, mind you, I looked left and right. It was no cars coming. No, I'm lying. I looked left and right. It was like a van coming, right? And the only thing I saw was the van. So in the van, I got hit on like this side. The car coming out this way. I got hit this way, and the van was coming up from this way. So I looked left and right, and all I saw was the van. So when the van passed me, I went out from behind the van. Mind you, it was a curve. So a car was coming like fast as hell. Like, because in Jamaica, they speed a lot. So a car was coming fast as hell. So the car didn't see me and I didn't see the car. So when the van passed me, I went out from behind the van. And then the car just came like when I tell you in that moment, mind you, the only thing I remember from that moment was me looking at the car. Like, I looked at the car and I just blacked out. I blacked out, and then when I woke up, all I could hear, like the friends that I was trying to catch up to, all I could hear was them calling my name, like Christina, Christina, cause they used to call me Christina. They didn't really used to call me Chris. They used to call me Christina. So all I heard was Christina, Christina, wake up, and like I'm trying to, like I'm moving my fingers and I'm trying to answer and I'm trying to say something, but like I couldn't, like I could hear them, but at that time I could not like respond. And all I heard my friend was saying, like, she's dead. Like, I swear to God, I kid you not. Like, she was like, Christina, Christina. He was like, Christina, Christina. And then I wasn't answering, so he was like, she's dead, whatever. And then the guy that hit me, he put me in his car, and he had to take me to the hospital. So when he put me in the back of his car, I blacked out again. I blacked out again. And then I woke back up, and then I blacked out again. And when I woke up the second time, all I said to him, I was like, I need to call my mother. And he was like, oh, nah, I need to take you to the hospital. I need to take you to the hospital. So I'm like, nah, like, I need to call my mother. Yeah, and though my mother's had the same number since I was born. Like, to this day, right now, she still has the same exact number. So I'm like, give me your phone. I need to call my mom. You feel me? I'm like, give me your phone. I need to call my mom. So he gave me his phone. I dialed my mom's number. I called her, and when she answered, it was like a panic, like, so I was like, hello, and when she realized it was me, she called my name out. She was like, Chrissy, like, you okay, da da da. So I'm like, I just got hit by a car. Mind you, she already know, because where I got hit by a car, I grew up there. So like all the taxi drivers, everybody knew me, everybody knew my mother. So I called her, I'm like, I got hit by a car. She was like, I know, I'm on the way to the hospital right now. So one of the taxi operators, like, he knew my mother, he knew where she lived. So he drove to my house to tell my mother that I got hit by a car, and then my neighbors is the one that actually brought my mother to the hospital. So he's driving me. Before he goes to the hospital, y'all, he goes to the police station because he don't want to get in trouble. So I'm in the back of the car bleeding out, y'all. My face busted. I fractured my jawline. I still got the fracture in my jawline right now. My knee fractured, like I couldn't move at all. So he drives to the police. I remember because now I'm conscious, now I'm awake. He drives to the police station to file a report. So the police looking in the back like, why is you coming here? Like, why don't you just take her to the hospital? Like, you could work out all that later. Like, take her to the hospital. So he like, nah. Like, he trying to explain to the cop not going for that. The cop like, take her to the hospital. So he takes me to the hospital, right? By the time he gets to the hospital, my mother's there. My baby mother was there. because my brother was alive at the time. So my brother, baby mother was there. Who else? Yeah, my mother, my brother, baby mother, and he was there. He ain't leave until like I got admitted the night. So the people ran outside. They took me up. They put me in a wheelchair. Yeah, so he pulls up to the hospital. They puts me in a wheelchair. Wait, mom. I'm mixing it up because my mother and my brother, baby mother didn't get there yet. So they put me in a wheelchair, right? No, they was there. They was there. They got there. We all got there at the same time, which was really unusual to me. But we all pulled up there at the same time. And so they came and got me from out the car. They transferred me to a wheelchair or whatever. So I just remember them wheeling me inside, right? Mind you, I'm gonna show y'all my bruises. I don't know if y'all could see it, but right here, I have a scar right here. My face was like busted. And my nose right here, I got 4 stitches in my nose right here. And right here, I put a tattoo over it. But right here, I got like another 5 stitches. So yeah, right here I got 5 stitches. Right here I got 4 stitches. Right here was just like, it didn't need stitches, but it was like busted, like it was a cut. My eye was like black and blue, swollen shut. Like when it was so bad, like I couldn't even open my eye on my own. Like my eye was swollen shut. And when I did open my eye had a blood clot. That went away, but my eye was like black. Like it looked like somebody punched me like really, really, really hard in my eye. So like my eye was swollen black and swollen shut. I could not open my eye for like, I kid you not, I could not open my eye for like 2 weeks. I could not open my eye, see out my eye, nothing. My eye was swollen shut for like 2 weeks. My right leg was like fractured. Mind you, what's so crazy to me, y'all, I did not break a bone. I did not break one bone. And it's like when I went back to school, like people that actually, because a lot of people saw what happened. When people saw what happened, they said like when the car hit me, like I flew up in the air. I flew up in the air and I landed on the sidewalk. Like I flew up, and that's how hard he hit me. Like I flew up in the air, I went back and I fell on the sidewalk. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and I was just lucky because if I had like stepped out any further, he would have ran me over and I would have been dead. Like he would have ran. It would have been game over for me, or I would have just broken a couple. I would have broken a lot of bones if I had just stepped one step closer and not stopped. So when I ran out into the street, I'm guessing he turned the car a little bit, right? So like his windshield, the whole, that side, the right side, because that's the side I got hit on, the right side, I cracked the windshield, y'all. Like he had to get a whole new windshield. Like the windshield was like somebody threw a brick into the windshield. Like when I tell you, it's really like, it's God. Like it gotta be God, because the way how the car was, the way how the windscreen was cracked out, my face should not be like this right now. Like I mean, when I got hit, my face was really swollen up and a mess, but like I didn't break a bone. I didn't, like, you feel me? Like I still got all my senses. Like it was really a miracle of God that saved my life. But yeah, and it's, every time I think about it, it's just crazy to me. Like really, really crazy to me. But back to the story, right? So his whole windshield was like cracked in, like mashed in. And like this I'm seeing, like when I got back, when I was recovered and everything, and I got back to school, like my friends, they took like the ones that was calling out my name, they took pictures of the sidewalk. Like I was bleeding out on the sidewalk. So when they showed me the picture, like it was a lot of blood, and I'm like it's really a miracle that I'm alive. Back to where I was at, we got to the hospital, whatever. Everybody there now, they gave me a shot in my butt for the pain, because I was feeling a lot of pain. So they gave me a shot in my butt to kill the pain or whatever. After they gave me the shot in the butt, they took me to x-rays. They x-rayed my whole body. They x-rayed my whole body. And when they x-rayed my whole body, even the doctors was like, it's really a miracle that I didn't. Even the doctors was like, it's a miracle that I didn't break a bone or anything. Like I said, I got like a fracture in my cheek. I still got it to this day. It's not going anywhere. And I fractured like my knee. Like for a while, I couldn't walk for like a month. So my face was swollen. My whole face was swollen. My eyes were swollen shut for like a good 2 weeks. It didn't start going down to like a good 2 weeks. I couldn't walk for like a month. So like after that happened, I was out of school for like 2 months. I did not go nowhere. I was just in the house. So yeah, after they x-rayed me or whatever, they gave me the stitches in my arm and mind you, y'all, I'm so scared of needle. Like, I know I say this all the time. Like, I have a lot of tattoos, but I promise you, each and every tattoo that I have, I cried. And I must have took about 10 breaks. This is why when I go get tatted, I go to the same person, because they the only person that would deal with me and deal with the stuff that I do. Like, I be like, yo, you gotta give me a second. You got, like, you feel me? They the only person that do that. I'm finna move this mirror because I feel like it's messing with the camera. Yeah. So, they gave me the needles. They stitched up my nose. They stitched up right here. And then they just put a band-aid over right here because they said it was going to heal by itself. So, after that, they took me to, like, I stayed the night in the hospital. But I hate hospitals, y'all. Like, I hate staying the night in the hospital. Like, I'd rather be home in pain and taking pain meds than to be in the hospital. So, long story short, they admitted me that night. Like, all my family came up there. My mother, my aunts, my cousins. Like, everybody came up there. My brother was livid, y'all. Like, my brother was mad. Like, my brother was pissed. I found out, like, I didn't even know this, but I think I found out this, like, a couple months later. Like, my brother and his friends, they, like, came up to the hospital looking for the guy. Like, oh, where's the guy that hit the little girl? Like, one thing about my brother, like, my brother passed away, now God rest his soul. One thing about him, he did not play about me. You feel me? So, like, he kept looking for the guy. No, they came up there looking for the guy, and then the security, like, turned them away. The security called the cops, so they had to leave. So, and that's why he couldn't come and see me in the hospital, because they wouldn't let him in, because they was like, you feel me? Because he was still there. They were scared of what he was going to do. So, mind you, this is how fucked up the system is down there, right? I didn't even, like medication tests that I had to do, my family had to come out of pocket for all of that. Like, the guy that hit me, he did not call my mom. He did, like, after that day, after he left me at the hospital, he did not call my mom to see how I was doing. He did not, nothing. Like, once the cops told him that he wasn't wrong, because they said I was wrong, because I should have, mind you, I'm in the 6th grade. You feel me? Like, I'm still a kid. So, mind you, after the cops told him that he was wrong and I was the one that's wrong, we never saw or heard of him again. Real shit. So, the next day, they let me out of the hospital. Right? I go home. I see my brother. My brother, he got his whole hand is like wrapped up. So I'm like, what happened to, like, I was like, what happened to his hand? He was like, oh, he cut on a piece of glass. But, like, later on, when I was better, like, cause me and his baby mother, like, we talk, like, we have conversations. So later on, his baby mother told me, like, oh, you remember that time when your brother's hand was wrapped up and da-da-da? I was like, yeah, what happened? He was like, when he found out that you got hit by a car, he punched the glass. Mind you, he got probably, like, 10 stitches in his hand, because he was so mad. So he punched the glass or whatever. And I'm like, wow, like, I found all of that out, like, after he passed away. Like, a lot of stuff about my brother, I found out, like, after he passed away. I don't know. He used to keep stuff from me, because, like, you know, like, that was my older brother. I was his baby sister, so he didn't want me to, like, know, I'm guessing. I don't know. But Yeah, I don't know. He probably just wanted to like, I don't know. Sometimes I wish that, not wish, but sometimes I wish and wonder like how it would be like if he was here right now. Cause I'm 22 and he died when I was like 15. He died 2 years after I got hit by a car. I don't know. But long story short, I make it home. You know, he see me. He was talking to me. He was mad just the same. Um, and I was just, after I got home from the hospital, I was just in the house for like 2 months, like not doing nothing, not like couldn't move, I could talk, but like I don't know, I wasn't really eating nothing. I was just drinking like Ensures and supplements like that. I didn't want to eat. So like a week after, cause my mother didn't let nobody come to the house till like a week after. So a week after, all my friends like they came to my house to see me. Like all my friends, like literally like my whole 6th grade class came to my house to see me. The boys that I told you that I was trying to catch up to walk with, they came and see me. Some kids from my class came to see, like, I think probably like 10 people from my class came to see me. So they came to see me and they like, damn, and they like, the guy that I said was calling out my name like Christina. He said like no cap, like mind you, we don't speak English. This straight pop up we was talking, but like I gotta say it like this so y'all understand. He was like, then like on some real shit, like I thought you was dead, like. But at the time, like I didn't have my dark humor yet. But like, shit, I thought I was dead too. Like, when you look at it and when you look at the facts and everything that happened, like it's really a miracle that I'm sitting right here today making this video. Like, real rap, like it's really a miracle. So yeah, they came to see me for a little bit and they left. They went home. I think they came and see me like twice. Yeah, they came and saw me like twice. Like they came and saw me like a week after, and then they came like a month after, because I don't know, I didn't really want nobody looking at my eye. Like I didn't even look like myself, y'all. Like my whole face was like swollen. And I could show y'all a picture of my face like before the accident. I look exactly the same. But those pictures that I got, it's like when I was a kid, like when I was like 8 or when I was like 10, like, you feel me? I look exactly the same. Like my face healed. Like even my doctor said it, like my face healed really nice. So like, alright, a month after the accident happened, I went to get a CT on my head because I was feeling some pain in my face. Like every time it'll get cold, like my face will really start hurting me. So I went to get a CT. When I did the CT, that's when I found out like I got I don't know if they said it was a hairline fracture or a tear but I got some type of fracture in my like face right here, like in my teeth. Like my teeth went in. So my teeth are not like straight right now. Like they're not in, like on this side, they're pushed in. So like it pushes my front teeth to like come out, like if that makes sense. So basically my whole face was like just jammed in, if that makes sense. And my lip, I don't know if anybody notices, but I notice it because I know how my lip was before. Like it's like here, I'm not gonna say it's deformed now, but like I don't know, I can't explain it. I just feel like sometimes when I talk on this side and I don't move this side of my lip. And like I can't explain it. It's just something that you gotta see and catch up on. But yeah, like my teeth, they were pushed in, and then I got a tear or a fracture on my cheek. I still got it to this day. It don't hurt no more like it used to, but cause it's been almost 10 years. But it used to hurt, but it don't hurt no more. And so yeah. That's basically what happened. And then after I could walk properly again and my face was better, I still had the blood clot in my eye. No, this eye. Yeah, this eye. I still had the blood clot in my eye when I started going back to school. So like I had to. My mother was not gonna send me back to school for the rest of the year because I did. Like I said, I did my exams already, so I was just waiting to see what high school I got into in the 6th grade. I did all my exams already. I didn't have no reason to go back to school, but like I was at home bored, like really, really, really bored. So I really had to beg her, like, please let me go back to school, like, please, like. She let me go back to school. It was like a month left in the school year, and I begged her, like, I'm like, please let me go back to school, and she let me go back to school. Yeah. Mind you, y'all, I went back to school, and like I said, I didn't really have a lot of female friends. I used to hang out with the boys. At lunchtime, I used to hang out with the boys because we used to play soccer. Like, I'm real into sports, so we used to be playing a lot of sports. So my first day back, y'all, I'm on the field playing soccer. Somebody kicks the ball hits me, like, literally on the same exact side. It's a good thing that, like, my mother really waited for me to heal up properly before she sent me back. Because if I wasn't healed properly and they hit me with that ball, it would have knocked me out. And it would have knocked me out, and I don't know what would have happened. I probably would have lost all my senses. I probably wouldn't have. You feel me? But the ball hit me exactly in my face. And on my, like, 2 of them, they picked me up. Because I fell and I started crying, like, really, really hard. And, like, 2 of my friends, they picked me up. And they brought me back to the class. And the boy that kicked the ball, like, he apologized. It wasn't on purpose. It was definitely an accident, but it's just a coincidence. Like, why on my first day back would I get hit by a ball in my face on the same side that I got hit by a car? Yeah, I don't know. So he apologized or whatever, and I mean, I was fine. The next day, I stayed the whole day at school because I didn't want to go. I didn't even tell my mother that I got hit by a ball. Because if I had told her, she would have definitely not sent me back to school for the rest of the school year. So I didn't tell her. And I stayed to school the rest of the day, and I was just chilling. And I went back to school the rest of that month. But yeah. That's pretty much all that happened. Like I said, and this cut right here, this didn't stop hurting me till like 5 years ago. I'm not even about to hold y'all. This didn't stop hurting me till like 5 years ago because when I came to the States, in 2016. I'm going to give y'all story time on that too. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I've been here for 7 years. And when I came here in 2016, like when it got, cause it like my first winter up here, I've never experienced cold like that before. Like it was really, really, really cold. So my first summer, like my nose was hurting really, really bad. Like my hand was hurting really, really, really bad. And they didn't take all my, hold on, y'all. They didn't do a good job. They didn't do a good job taking my stitches. Mind you, I didn't even tell y'all that. When I went and got my stitches out, they were so rough. Like, they was just clipping and dragging. I'm like, bro, take your time. So they ended up, yeah, fast forward like a couple years later, they did not take my stitches out properly. Like, it was still a piece. It was like 2 pieces with the stitches left in my nose, and it was like 1 piece left in my hand. So when I came to the States and it got really, really, really cold up here, like I used to could feel like the stitches still in my nose, and that's why my nose used to be hurting. So I couldn't really do nothing about it. I just gave it time, and after like a year up here, it fell out. I'm not gonna say it fell out, but like one day I rubbed my nose and it wasn't there no more and the pain was gone. So I'm gonna just say that God did that too. But yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy thing that was a crazy thing that happened. Like I said, like it's really a miracle that I'm alive right now telling this story. For real. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my little story time of me getting hit by a car. I feel like I want to give y'all more story time. I'm going to give y'all story time of me coming to America, and I'm going to give y'all... listen, y'all, like... like, so much, like, stuff be happening in my life, and I just be having to sit back like, yo... like, am I in a mood? Like, what is going on? Like, sometimes, yo, I don't even want to say too much, but yeah, thank you for listening to my story time. Yeah, thank you for listening to my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to give y'all more story. If this video do good, I'm definitely gonna give y'all more story times. I mean, whether this video do good or not, I'm gonna give y'all more story times because I feel like I want y'all to get to know me more. Like, it's more beneath the surface. It's more than just pranks, and you feel me? I want y'all to get to know me. So thank you for watching. If you reached this far in the video, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like, comment, and share with your mommies, your poppies, your uncles, your aunties, everybody. Tell them we a vibe. Tell them to come and join the family. With that being said, I'm gonna just see y'all again when I'm back again with another video.